in personal or in business. So we're going to have a conversation about influencers and how they've come into our lives. So my question, ladies, is how has influencers impacted you? And we're going to start with Heather. We're going to put her. Oh, what? What? Oh, what? Our mugs.
Can anybody out there tell me if you heard the first few things Tammy said?
Did I talk too fast?
No.
Oh.
I think the microphone wasn't.
Was the microphone off? That's too funny.
So, let me see.
Working out the kinks.
Hello, ladies from Debbie Smith.
Hi, Debbie.
Okay.
We're not, just in case we missed it, just name the topic and our names again. We're not sure yet.
We're not sure if the mic was on, so you might have missed everything I said at the beginning.
Amazing.
All right, so quickly introducing, we have Lynn Peltzer on the end, Louise Martinera, Heather Meeks beside me. I'm Tammy Hudgen. And we regret that Tracy Evans is not joining us today.
But she doesn't regret it.
Yeah, she doesn't regret it. Right. She's
in a bathing suit.
A bathing suit in Bahamas right now.
Amazing.
So I'm going to end up watching my phone so that we can see the comments as the computer is a little bit far from us. We're all like, I think we all need glasses. Okay, so our topic today is influencers. And so I'm going to put a question out to the ladies. How has influencers impact your life? And we're going to put Heather on the spot. We're starting with Heather. I don't know if we prepared her for that. So Heather.
Okay. So when I think of the word influence, I always think about somebody who's kind of like established that credibility. You know, somebody who's kind of walks their walk, talks their talk, and has an impact on, you know, people, and has, you know, a really big following of people, and are able to kind of lead people, you know, down the path to success. For me, I really find in my particular industry that I feel like people are always trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, and very true.
You know, with influencers out there in any industry, I think that people really need to take advantage of, you know, following those influencers, following the people who have achieved the success that we're looking for, and really just following their journey, even if it's, I mean, I'm not saying to copy or to, you know, fully mimic, but I really feel that they're, you know, these people have already, you know, walked their journey, paved the way. And I think it's important to, you know, plug into those influencers and kind of learn and grow through people who have come before us. So.
Well, absolutely, because if they've reached success, they must have done something right.
Absolutely.
So why not learn from them?
Yep.
Right, and that's even on a personal level. Yep. Right, women who are recognized for their achievements, let's say as a mom. You know, what are they doing that can impact us and how we're raising our kids? You know, or how we're making our marriages work, you know, if you happen to be married.
Business. It's like, or our business. I can't speak to that. However, as I say, I absolutely agree with you. I think walking and showing people what you are and who you are, instead of just everybody talks. Everybody talks, and you like to listen to them, and that's wonderful. They like to hear themselves.
Yes.
But to actually have something behind it.
Yeah.
That influence defines the reality. You know what I mean? How you, if your influence is positive on me, then my reality, how I see a situation, right, in turn too. I said, or when I got into my business, I am very fortunate that I have friends far above me. They are top producers in my industry, and I made friends with them. And then in turn, my reality became so different.
Now, was that a strategic move on your part?
No, not at all.
Oh.
It wasn't. I mean, it has become, but it just, every day, I think the realization for me was now, I'm almost 45 years old, and I didn't know I was an influencer. I didn't know that I was influential. And then once you hit that and you realize that, well, now what are you going to do with it?
Well, that shocks me.
I actually didn't, because I'm just going through my life with my kids, going to work, coming home, not even thinking about, I'm doing my business to make money to support my children. I'm not doing it for people to be like, wow, look at what you're doing. But in turn, because I did a good job, most of my business is from referrals and repeat clients. And in there, now all of a sudden you've earned that reputation, and you're like, how did all of this come to be? How is it that you invited me to even be here? Right. And now, so every day when you wake up, I'm intentional that I need to put through or forward a positive image. I need to, if I'm going to influence you, it's going to be positive. If I see you on the street, I'm going to be like, hey, hi, how are you doing? Right. I mean, and again, walking it.
Yeah. And I think that's a valid point that you were making in through that, is that knowing you've become an influencer, that every day you have to wake up and say, how am I going to continue to influence?
What legacy are you going to leave?
Yeah.
What
Absolutely.
legacy are you going to leave? And also, the best part about it is that everyone who's watching, we all are. Yeah. Like, we're sitting here and everybody's like, wow, you know, you've done this or whatever with your lives. But everybody there has influenced us.
And they're doing it every minute of the day, really. Yeah. If you go, so
absolutely.
Here's a fun story.
Oh, we love fun stories.
I just like stories.
So is there vodka?
And this is about influence. And it was a little bit of a test. So there was somebody in my neighborhood that was not that friendly in their car every day. We'd see them driving and like, and I'd be walking, and I'm always like walking around with the dog or whatever, and I'm like, I kind of smile at people when they go by,
of course.
And this woman never smiled, and my husband was like, it's not gonna happen. She's never gonna crack. I go, I'm cracking the nut. Yeah. So I would, and then I started doing this. Like, when they go by, like, I recognize you. And eventually they started waving and big smile, and every time, like, almost slowing down the car. And it's like, that is influence in, like, just this fun little way, right? And you see people when you go somewhere and you see how they act, they're influencing you, and you're like, wow, that's really cool. Like, they were so great with the server. They were, you know what I mean? And you're like, I'd like to be influential like that with them too.
And it can be something so little. Right. Yeah. So when we're talking about the audience watching us right now, you know, some of them might be thinking, well, no, I'm not an influencer. But if they actually really looked at everything that they've ever done, whether it's through personal or through business, you know, there are even small little things that you could have done that influenced somebody else or made an impact on someone else and not even realize. Right. Every single day.
Everything you do. I mean, and now, I always say that I prefer to talk about business than motherhood, because I think I might be better at business. But again, I mean, when you, it's so sweet, love you. But when you wake up and you realize that every single thing you do, those children are watching you, right? Or younger people are watching you. And I mean, just the fact that you need to put that positivity out there. You need to wake up, and I don't care what kind of day you had yesterday. It doesn't matter, because it's not today.
Well, and it's pretty cool when you have your children who you know, we just celebrated Mother's Day yesterday, and my daughter did a post. And
Happy Mother's Day to the moms out there, by the way.
To the biggest influencers of all time.
Yes. No kidding. But she used 3 words to describe me. And what?
And then the letdown. Oh, the letdown after Mother's Day is that you took the day off to enjoy yourself. Now you have twice as much work.
Yeah, I didn't take no day off. I don't know about you.
I did. I was in offers yesterday. It's the best gift ever.
But with the 3 words that she used in her post to describe me, you know, it's pretty powerful that to see your daughter say those things and realize that that's the impact you've made on them, because that's how they see you. And it's pretty empowering, you know, to know that if that's how my daughter sees me, then I'm curious, you know, who else sees me the same way? Have I made that difference to other women in this industry, right? Oh,
I see you look like your eyes are getting watery.
No, I'm trying not to.
Okay.
But even when we
sat
down,
a little bit of validation too, right? Like, to hear it from your children, especially when you're going through the motions every single day. And we all know, I mean, we have a routine with our kids. After a while, I mean, it's monotonous, right?
Yeah.
But
and you don't realize the impact. So
no, you don't.
You probably beat yourself up, right?
All the time. Like, am I doing it right? Am I, you know, setting a good example? All of those things are all, I mean, we all do that, mother or no mother, or mother or not a mother. We all do that. So it's nice. I like that, you know, you see those words and you're like, okay, so maybe I'm
doing something right. Not every day with my children, but
you know what else comes up for me about influence though? Is influence equals opportunity. when you're talking about anything, whether it's your business, the bigger influence you have, you just get more opportunities, right?
Absolutely.
Things just come to
I'm
you.
like, yeah, let's bring it back over here to what I can relate to. I'm like, absolutely, fantastic.
But it could be anything, right? The more influence you have, so sometimes it's like, well, I want to just play small because it's easier to play
easier,
small.
but also sometimes people make you feel like you need to.
Well,
Like,
it's more
right,
comfortable. It's
it
more
is much more-
comfortable.
It's a safe zone.
Sure,
Safe
but
zone.
the
Safe
more
zone, for sure.
more influence you have, the more people want you,
Yeah.
need you, ask of you. So there's this responsibility that comes with being an influence, but then there's all these opportunities that come. Like think about all the stuff that's probably come to you that were like, I don't
it's
even feel like I
crazy.
deserve that opportunity,
Yeah.
but it's just because you have some influence.
Yeah. And for me, it's, when I realize that I've made an impact is when I get asked to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Someone has gone and said, okay, you need her. She needs to come and speak. And that's when I realized that what I have to talk about or the knowledge I have to share is powerful to those who really don't understand the social media world. And so for me, if I've established where I don't have to ask for a speaking engagement, they come to me, then
cool.
I know I've been an influence somehow to somebody to be able to push me into that level. Right? And it's
Absolutely.
pretty cool. It's a cool feeling.
When people, same with what I do, when people call me and they're like,
Right.
okay, we want you to sell our house and we want you to sell our mom's house. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
interviewing other agents? No?
No,
Okay.
absolutely.
Amazing. Like
It's too
super
funny.
grateful, right?
We have a comment
We
here
do.
from Leslie Ann. It says, you need a bigger circle dining table.
Leslie Leva, hey baby. Bye.
You're right. We'll work on that. It is a circle, though. Thanks for noticing. It's a circle.
Someone could build us one and donate it to us. We could put like their
Yeah,
business
that'd be
name on it.
perfect.
That's influence.
I love it.
That's interesting.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Another thing that came up for me is influencers. I think consistency and showing up all the time is really important. Any influencer I can think of in my head is always engaged. It's like they're always on. And I mean, I know in reality that, some mornings we wake up and, you're like, you have a list this long to do and you don't know how you're ever going to make it through. And, not all days are, sunshine and rainbows. However, it's important to show up, especially if you're looking to be an influencer in your business,
Well, people
for
are
example.
expecting you.
Yeah,
Right.
they
So
are.
if you're willing to embrace that and to take that on, then you have to be prepared for it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Because that is a big responsibility. It is responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if people want, what if some of the people that are listening are thinking about this and thinking, I would like to increase my circle of influence?
Yeah.
Well, would anybody got any things that they've done, intentionally or not? Sorry, intentionally or not, things that you've done that increase your influence, whether it be for their business or for even just how you are in life. Period.
I think you just need to be involved.
Yes.
I think you need to not care about, I never cared about a following. I cared about being involved in my community, being involved with my children.
Yes.
I have just taken on, and everybody can say a prayer for me, being coach of my daughter's soccer team.
Oh, wow.
I never played soccer, but they said they need strong female role models.
Oh, there you go.
And they're 10 and 11-year-old girls, and I want to be that person.
That's awesome.
Right? So just stepping
Wow.
outside of your comfort zone,
Yeah.
I think, and doing things that aren't comfortable. There you grow, and it may be a terrible experience for the children. No, it'll be happy regardless. I'm sure there's going to be some parents that are like, what is she doing? I said, but again, I'm increasing the circle. I'm increasing the people that I touch. I'm trying to build a legacy. I think that's so important, what you leave behind. So if I leave today and I'm not back, what did I leave you with, right? A smile,
a
happiness.
lot of signs with your face on it.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, but I think that's so important. Like even yesterday I presented an offer to a client and it's been a tough time. I said, and just being there to be kind and how you do things and how you really touch and care about people. And when you're genuine, you're authentic and you put that forward, right? In a positive way. Because if the influence is negative, If you're around negative people all the time, then you're giving that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So just always trying to do your best in your community, in your life, with your children, right? Dance. I know we have a million mutual friends because of that, which is something I am not involved with. However, right?
Yeah.
But you can be strategic about it all. So, and I talk about this through some of the trainings that I do. You know, look for who those strong influencers are, and you figure out how you're going to get yourself standing next to them.
Yeah.
Right? How do you get yourselves engaged with them? You know, being around when they're around, you know, so whether it's attending a networking group. So Fem City, for example, right? There's some key influencers that attend those meetings. So if you want to meet those people, you need to get there and you need to get out of your shell, right? You need to walk up to them and you introduce yourself and engage them in a conversation and then start stalking them on social media. Let's be real.
I don't think she really meant it that way.
Be friendly with them on social media.
Stalk them.
Like
Watch
what
they're
they
doing.
do. Comment.
It's about building a relationship.
Absolutely.
It comes
Yes,
down, we all
absolutely.
know.
Heather's the good one.
But we all know.
And we all know that.
Of building those relationships, whether online or offline.
Absolutely.
So I mean,
Yes.
I really believe that's what it comes down
It
to.
is. But you're right. You got to start it somewhere. Like, how do you start that relationship? And social media is a great way to continue.
Oh
that.
my God, for sure.
That's the only way I knew Louise.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah,
Because when we
absolutely.
had that
Know each other.
conversation,
Yeah, no, not at all.
Lynn mentioned your
We've known
name
each
to
other
me.
forever.
And yet I know you,
Of course.
right? And Lynn's like, well, what about Louise? And she goes, I don't actually know her in person, but she knew you through social
See?
media. So
Influence.
you made an
The vibe.
impact with whatever you were putting out on social media that it drew Lynn into you, right? So again, it's,
And now we're like besties.
yeah. But we have to be not cautious. We have to be aware, so conscious of everything that we're doing because people are watching us,
Yes.
right? And that's anybody, no matter where you go, what you're doing, be aware of how you're presenting yourself, how you're talking, you know, the words that you're using in essence, right? What message you're sending out there. If you truly want to be an influencer and make a difference for community, for business, for your family, whatever it might be, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we all have to scratch each other's back as well.
Okay, can you,
You know
do
what I
mine?
mean?
It's like, here you go.
Only because that sunburn I had.
I am
Oh,
not
it's hard
like
going
in
to
a
last
literal
almost,
sense.
right?
But you know,
You're right. You help other people become influencers
Yes.
by supporting them, and then they help you build your influence by supporting you because
100%.
it goes around and around.
Yep.
If not, one person stops and so does the other because you just, you know, you don't have time probably to support every single person if you're not getting anything back.
Well,
It's
exactly.
just the way it is.
I know for myself, speaking of social media and influence, I try to post daily.
Yep.
And
You're very good at that.
you make sure that you engage. And for those people, my audience, people that follow me and like what I put out there, it's intentional for me to go back and look at everybody that's commented and make sure that I'm doing the same for them, that I'm engaging with them.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what it's all about, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's all about.
Like we will here.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back.
Well,
is there,
interesting.
we got
So,
some stuff to
so
read.
Cindy just commented and said, "Such an influential talk." ... Thanks.
Aw,
Thank you,
Cindy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
We
Now,
love Cindy.
Jackie Kozak, of course.
Oh,
said,
Jackie.
yeah, right. I'm gonna be
Right?
seeing her soon. She's being the karaoke or the DJ for
Jackie's
my
got
girlfriend's
plenty of
40th,
influence.
50th. Oh God, don't kill me now, Nicole, if I'm getting your age wrong.
Oh,
For her
40 versus
50th, right?
50th,
Woo!
yeah.
For her 50th
Yes,
birthday,
50th.
Jackie's going to be the DJ, so
Don't
I
make
get to
them
see her
sick.
there. But she says, "Great job, ladies. Need a bigger couch." Hee hee. Okay, so if anyone
like
wants
to be
to
really
build us a
squishy
couch and
and a
donate
table.
it, and a table, right? We'll put your business name on it. Oh my God, too funny.
Hey, we're
And
looking at another business.
Darla says, "I like that advice, Tammy. Stalk them." So yeah, so it's pretty
You
cool,
heard
right?
it from the Facebook queen.
Yeah, that's right.
Be a stalker.
I love it. I love it. So I think we made an
That's
impact
another
here,
topic.
right? I think we had some
That's
good
not-
conversation, and I think we got you guys thinking about how you can be an influencer, and not even just that. Just think about who has influenced your life, and we would love you to provide us with any comments, any questions, any feedback. And then
Any topic idea.
topic ideas. So anything
Yeah, what do you
that
want to
want,
hear?
yeah,
What do you
right?
want to, yeah.
You tell us, and because we're going to be doing this every 2 weeks, so we will see you again in 2 weeks on the Monday. But every 2 weeks we're going to be doing this, so we would love you guys to let us know what it is that you're looking for from all of us, right?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What does Linda
Alright.
put in here?
So
Just real
Linda
quick.
Kranich, influence, the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something. This is what you are doing right now, ladies. Aww.
I think on that note,
So nice.
Okay, so I'll give you a hug when I see you next, because I see Linda quite
Sending
regularly.
virtual hugs.
But yeah, thank you. All right, so we're done for today. That was our launch show. We really do hope you guys enjoyed it, and we're going to get this out on YouTube as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
And if
So
you feel
join
like
us
we've
in
added
2
value
weeks.
to you at all, share it out. We'd love to grow our audience
Yeah,
and have more
so
people join us.
I
So-
will go back in and I will change the group to be public, because we started off with a closed group. So I'll make sure it's public, and then you can share our episode 1 out for us, and
Perfect.
let's get the circle growing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right, ladies.
Bye.
Cheers,
Cheers.
everyone.
Happy Monday, everyone. Cheers. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I think now we have to get Lynn to go to shut it off, though. Wave bye while you're in there.